This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing News. I'd like to be joined by the King, Amir Khan. Amir, been a while. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you. Just enjoying my time as being a retired fighter. Been asked a few times to, maybe do exhibitions and maybe, well, at the moment, just seeing what's out there and just enjoying my retirement.
That's it. But before we come on to this week's fight, I wanted to touch on it since you mentioned it there. There was those quotes from you saying that you've been offered a potential super fight. Anything you can tell us? Just
Yeah.
speculation.
So yeah, obviously I've been on Zoom calls with them this week. And I think it's now up to the investor to say yes. Both fighters, me and X are saying that we are happy with the fight. We've spoke to each other, and now we're waiting for the. We've signed agreements, not to speak about it, but I signed agreements to say that yes, we will fight and take on the fight. We're happy with the numbers, but now it's the investors. Um, the ball's in his court now to say yes and sign it off.
We've seen Floyd and Manny, names you've been linked with for years, doing exhibitions and things of that sort. Are they the kind of names we're looking at here?
Yeah, I mean, look, someone big, in one of the biggest names in boxing. Yeah, for sure, it is one of them guys. Who's big in the game and who everyone respects and knows as well.
All right, perfect. Amir, look, we're going to come on at this weekend's fight, an absolute monster fight. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. Such a close fight on paper. What do you think will make the little difference between them?
It's a massive fight. I was just talking earlier with my friends about this, and it's a fight that you have to say it's 50-50 fight. Maybe in this decade, I think it is the best fight are we going to be seeing because we don't see no flaws in either fighter. I've been in the ring with Crawford also. I know how good he is. I've trained alongside him, know how dedicated he is to the sport. But I just think that this fight is one of those fights that it's hard to call who the winner is going to be. I'm going to lean more towards Crawford because he's a friend of mine and I've been in the ring with him. So I say 55-45, I say Crawford. But like I said, Spence is no joke. I mean, he hits hard. He's quick. He's got that Olympic background as well. Fighting for his country. Overall, he's a very good boxer and fighter himself. So look, it's going to be a 50-50 fight. It's hard to call. Like I said, I'm gonna lean more towards my friend Crawford. But like I said, there will be times in the fight. And look, we've never seen either fighter under pressure in a fight. They've been very relaxed. They've won the fights easily, convincingly. So it'll be a good time now to see who the better man gonna be between the best two fighters in the world as well. And normally these fights don't really happen. You know what I mean? They avoid each other. But look, I'm glad it's happening. And as a boxer and a boxing fan, I can't wait to see it.
You mentioned it there. You fought Terence Crawford. You've been in camp with him. When you're in the ring with him, what makes him so good?
Timing, his attitude. I mean, a stone cold killer. I mean, when you see him, when you look at him, he's ready for war. I mean, no smiling. And I felt, look, when I fought him, I thought, look, wow, he's a very like hard guy to break. I mean, because he wouldn't smile. He's just pure. Like he's got his game plan was just go into fighting and have a war and that's it. And then it never made him smile. Never could talk to him properly. But then when I was in training camp with him, one of the nicest guys ever because obviously I know him as when I fought him when I saw him at the press conference and I didn't really like the attitude he had there. But now I know why because he had a game plan. He had his mind on a job. But after when he was in the gym when I was training with him, he was all smiles, laughing, joking, and I thought, wow, and that's what makes him special. That he knows when to switch it on and switch it off.
Look, Crawford, like you did, has gradually grown through the way throughout his career, the 135 to 147.
Yeah,
Spence has been at 147 the whole way. It's no secret he's a big 147. He's had his struggles at the weight. He's talked about going up after this fight. How much do you think that could play a part in this, the difficulty of making weight?
yeah. I just think that with Crawford is a big fighter as well. I mean, when I was in camp with him, I could see how big and strong he was, and he must have been about 40 pounds overweight then. Same with Spence. Spence, I heard, is a very big guy as well. Almost touches light heavy, someone was saying. But look, end of the day, it's how they make the weight. But I think that will be an advantage to Spence because he is naturally the bigger guy. But like I said, I'm sure Crawford knows how to handle that and know what to do with that. And look, we've never seen either fighter hurt. You know what I mean? So this will be a time to show that how good these fighters really are.
Crawford has been known to maybe take his time sometimes at the start of fights and be happy to give away a couple of rounds to assess his opponent and work them out a bit more and then start to go through the gears. But someone like Errol Spence, do you think it is important he makes that fast start? He maybe can't afford to take that time?
Yeah, I just feel that Crawford is so good that he knows how to control the pace from the first round. If someone's coming at him quick, he'll just counter them or maybe make them miss or whatever. But if he needs to show that he's maybe behind, look, it's a 12-round fight. And this, I remember when I was speaking to him a long time ago, he said to me, look, when I fight, I train for the 12 rounds and it's a 12-round fight. You might beat me for 1 round, 2 rounds, get your confidence up and get hurt afterwards, get beat, get stopped or whatever, or, then I'll put the pressure on. These fighters are working, they know it's a 12-round fight. They lose 1 or 2 rounds. I don't think it's going to change their mindset of game plan in any way. They're just going to make a few adjustments and that's it. That's our experience there. I mean, this is boxing at its highest. This is a fight that boxing needed and needs because obviously having other sports like UFC and other fighting sports out there slowly surpassing boxing. I think this is a fight that we need. I mean, it's like the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, but with two fighters in their peak.
I wanted to ask you about an occasion like this. You said it's a fight boxing needed. They've both had big fights before, but this will be on another level for anything either of
On
them would
another
have.
level. And I just feel it's a shame that it's not getting the recognition that it should get, really, because a fight like this, and I mean, it's massive. I mean, as a boxing fan, you need to know that I think even for non-boxers, should watch this fight because I think it will make them a boxing fan because that's how good this and gruesome this fight's going to be. This fight is a fight where I think has it all: speed, power, explosiveness, movement, timing. Oh, it has everything in it, and we still know who the loser is going to be.
You've had big fights all over the world, but a Las Vegas mega fight, you fought in Vegas, I think it was 6 times. Does it feel
Yeah.
different in that moment, handling the media and the obligations and everything? Does it feel
It's nice.
different?
It's a good buzz, man. Nah, it feels different. Yeah, it's a good buzz. Honestly, when you made it in Vegas, you made it. I mean, that's when you can say I did it at the best. I did it at the top level, and not only once or twice. I did so many times, and then fighting someone like Canelo there. I remember it was mad. Even though maybe he had more fans than me, but still, I mean, what an experience that was, man. I mean, that was something I'll never forget, and that'll always be in the history books. I've fought outside, being a fighter from England, but going all the way to America and winning world titles, beating world champions, unifying world titles in Vegas, where everyone dreams of fighting. You know what I mean? I went and did it there. So what an experience there. Had the best fight of the year in Vegas against Maidana. So yeah, man, I've had my great times there.
Final one before I let you go, Amir. I know you said 55-45, but I have to push you for a prediction. Who wins and how?
Okay, prediction in this fight is going to be Crawford by being the smarter boxer and somehow finding openings and beating Crawford. I don't think he's going to knock him out. He'll go the distance and it'll be a close fight. Just depends what the judges are going to score. But I just think that Crawford is going to be a lot smarter. And also, it's the thing as well, the age. Now, I know that Crawford's getting a bit older. How is he going to be in the later rounds? And is he going to be able to cope and take them power shots early? And then is he going to be ready? Is he going to be okay for them at the end of the fight? Is he going to, for the last couple of, in the championships rounds, is he going to be able to still carry himself? So look, it's going to show us a lot about these both fighters. But like I said, I do feel Crawford just has that nudge in front who's going to win the fight.
All right, Amir, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the fight.
Thank you very much, bro. God bless.